Welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to look at questions that came in an exams on functions. So I'm going to solve questions that are related to the topic of functions. Without wasting your time, let's get into solving these questions. Okay, so the first question we're starting with is the one which came in 2019, and it was question 3, and it was as follows. The arrow diagram below represents a relationship from set A to set B. Okay, so that is the arrow diagram you can see down there. On the left we have set A, and on the right we have set B. Okay, so as you can see in the sets, you can see that -1 is mapped into 5, and 0 is mapped into 4, 1 is mapped into 3, and 2 is mapped into 2. Then the question comes in, which is the first one is, if x is equal to A and y is equal to B, write the formula for the relationship. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first we're going to write y is equal to, because we want to write the formula, y is equal to, then we are going to concentrate on the range, the ones I've circled. Those are the numbers we're going to concentrate much on. We need to understand how they are progressing. We need to see the relationship between the first number and the second number, the third number and the second number, the fourth number and the third number. We need to see the relationship. Now I'm talking about starting from the top, which is 5, then 4. So what is the relationship between 5 and 4? What is the difference? So as you can see, these numbers, they are reducing by 1. As they go down, they are reducing by 1. So they have a difference of 1. So it's more or less like, to find the second number, what they did was 5 minus 1. Then they got 4. To find the third number, they did like 4 minus 1. Then they got 3. So the difference is minus 1. So that difference minus 1 is the one we're going to write there, which is going to be -1. Okay, now once we have done that, the next thing we're going to do is, now we have done that, we can try to see what is there. Now what we're going to do before we see anything, we're going to write -1x. So it's more or less like they are multiplying -1 by the element in A. So we are going to say -1x. Okay, so it's like they are multiplying -1 by the element in A, okay, which is a domain, or x. Okay, so now once we have done that, then we are going to see, let's check the value we can get if we had to put -1, or we are to put 0 in this equation. Okay, so I'm going to circle that 0, the one you have seen in yellow there. I've circled the 0, want to try. So if we use 0 in this expression, where we have y is equal to -1 multiplied by 0, x is replaced by 0. Okay, so we're going to get y is equal to 0. Now let's go to 0, the one I circled earlier on. When you look at 0, what is what is the number mapped? 0 is mapped into, it's 4. Now what is happening if -1x gives us 0? Then what could be what is happening for us for when you put 0, it gives you an answer which is 4. What is happening there? Now let's come to this equation in red here. What can we do to 0 for us to get 4? What can we do to 0 for us to get the answer which is 4? If we multiply 0 by 4, will also give us 0. If we divide 0 by 4, will give us the answer 0. If we subtract 0 minus 4, will give us the answer which is -4 and not 4. Remember, the answer with the image of 0 there is +4. So what can we do? But if we add 4 to 0, it will give us 4. So therefore we can say in this pair, or in this ordered pair of 0 and 4, we can say it can only work out if this expression, in this equation, we add 4. If we write like that equation, we write the equation like that, then we can get the answer, which is 4. So let's try this side. We write like this equation. It becomes y is equal to negative 1 multiplied by 0 plus 4. Okay, let's see. So let's see, multiply negative 1 multiplied by 0 will give us 0. Then plus 4. So 0 plus 4 will give us 4. And that will be the correct answer. So that is the equation we have come up with. If you are not clear, please watch this video up to the end. I'm sure among these 3 questions, the 2 remaining, we can also deal with the same kind of question. So basically, if you have understood, this is how you get the equation. So first you look at the difference of the images given. Then 2, you go to 0 and check the answer which is given if 0 is there. If it's not there, I'm going to explain. I know there is a question that has no 0, how you can get the answer. Okay, so basically this is how you can get the fraction. Now let's go to question number 2, which is find the value of y when x is equal to 5. Okay, so what we're going to do is, now since we have made the formula already, we're going to get that formula and write it here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to replace x by 5. So it's going to be like is equal to negative 1. Then where there is x, we're going to put 5, then plus 4. Then we come down, then we're going to say negative 1 multiplied by 5 will give us negative 5 plus 4. Then negative 5 plus 4 will give us negative 1, which is the correct answer. So basically, these were the answers examiners were expecting from you students, or from the students here, of course. So these were the answers examiners wanted. If you are not clear on how to come up with an equation or a formula for the relationship, please, you can still write in the comment section. We can still do this in a maybe we can just dedicate time on talking about how to come up with a formula. Okay, let's go to question number 2. So question 2, they're asking this question, which is the table below shows the corresponding value of x and y. Okay, so this is the table which is down, where we have x as elements which are negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and a at the end. Then y has elements which are negative 3, 0, 3, 6, 12. Then the question is, find the function that describes the relationship between x and y. Okay, so we're asked to find the function, not the formula, but the function. Okay, so we're going to say f of x is equal to, now let's look at these numbers, the images of elements of x, the images of element of x, which are these ones, the ones I've underlined. If you look at these images, you see that the difference between the two elements is positive 3. For us to move from negative 3 to 0, we are adding 3 to negative 3, which will give us the answer, which is 0. For us to move from 0 to go to 3, we are adding 3 to 0 to give us the answer, which is 3. For us to go to 6, we are adding 3 to 3 to get 6. For us to go to 12, we are adding, there's a difference of 6 there. Okay, now let's just end at 6, because I know to reach 12 there are some numbers which have been skipped. Okay, so now as you can see from these 4 numbers, you can see that the difference between the next elements, or the elements which are next to each other, the difference is positive 3. Therefore, we can write 3. Now, what is really happening here is that now, once we have done that, we can write x, because what is really happening here is more or less like they are multiplying 3 by the value of x. Okay, so that is what is happening. If you try to check this, when you multiply 3 by 1, it's going to give you the answer, which is 3. So you can see on the table there, 1 was the image of what? 3. If you multiply 2 by 3, it will give you 6. As you can see there, 2 as the image of 6 there. So this is the formula I've come up with. So basically, when you're coming up with a formula, like I said in the first question, you use the images of the elements. You check the difference of the images. The difference, it will help you to find to write the function or the equation or the formula. Okay, now let's go to the second question, which is find the value of A. Now we know where there is 12 there, where there is image of 12, on top there is an element which is called A. It's unknown. The value of the image there, the value of element there is unknown. Just know the image. So we are told to use the function we found in question 1 to get the answer. Okay, so we're going to write that function there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to check. Now, here when you check where there's A, the element in X is not given, but the image is given. So where there is f of X, we're going to put 12, the image, which is equal to 3x. Once we have done that, then what we're going to do is now, as you can see, these, they are not like terms. There is no element that is going to close the equal sign because they are different like terms. So what we're going to do is, since 3 is multiplied by x, for us to remain with x, we need to divide 3x by 3. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. Okay? Okay. This is what we're going to do. Now, when you look at the right side of the equal sign, you can see that there is 3x over 3. So that means 3x, 3, those two 3's can cancel each other out. So we're going to cancel 3 on top and 3 down. Then we're going to remain with x. Okay? Now, once we've done that, then we're going to say 12 divided by 3 will give us 4. Then that will be the answer. Okay, so therefore the value of A is 4. So on the table there where there is A, we can say that the correct answer, the value of A is 4. Okay, if you have questions, you can ask us in the comment section. I will be glad to respond to questions. Otherwise, that's how you can find the value of A when the image is given, or how you can find the value of any letter when the image is given. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go to the next question.